Hello, this is Ghost, and welcome to another scary video. This story was originally made by Strawberry Sunrise titled, My Friend from College Died in a Very Average Manner. I hope you enjoy the video as much as I did making it. And without further ado, enjoy. Sabrina Carrington, aged 25, fell down the stairs at a little before 2 in the morning. According to the phone records that the police pulled, she had been texting right before she tripped. A very 21st century way to die, certainly, but nothing malicious. Simply unfortunate, is all. A simple tragedy. I was the last person Sabrina had contact with. I was the person she had been texting before her fall. I was the one that, a week later, finally had to face her confused, grief-stricken husband. The congregation of funeral goers were all expecting me to have an answer. What had prompted a late-night conversation so engrossing, so interesting, that Sabrina would wander around her house in the dark. I had to tell them the truth, that I didn't understand what Sabrina had been trying to tell me. Though we'd been buddies through the years after graduating, the last time she had contacted me was 2 months ago, for a lunch date. Her messages this time around had been puzzling, to say the least. The police had given me a physical copy of our conversation for me to read through, but it wasn't helping much. I recalled the night itself as I went over it the 100th time, how I had been awakened by my iPhone buzzing next to my ear. These were their text messages. EJ? EJ, I'm so scared. I'm outside your house. How am I outside your house? I'm guessing you drove yourself over. Sabrina, what the fuck? What is it? I didn't drive here. EJ, just let me in. What is it? What's going on? Don't you hear me knocking? It's fucking freezing out here. Just let me in. It's 70 degrees out and I don't hear anything. Oh, so your doorbell is busted too? I'm coming in through the back. Your house key is still in the flower pot, right? Hold on. I'll be right down. Sabrina, where the hell did you go? I'm in your living room waiting for you. Or do I need to drag your ass out of bed? Please, EJ. I'm really freaking out. I can't explain it other than I really have no fucking idea how I'm at your house right now. Sabrina, quit playing games. You aren't in the living room. If you don't stop fucking with me right now, you're gonna get it. So you're telling me that you didn't just hear me knock over the vase? What the fuck are you talking about? Hold on, let me try to call. Maybe it'll work this time. That's all that's left of Sabrina. There was a 3-second call that connected from her phone to mine, but wasn't substantial enough to warrant much investigation. When I picked up the phone at 1:54 a.m., I heard an unfamiliar male voice in the background, and then Sabrina's exclamation of EJ. She had sounded both surprised and relieved right before the call was disconnected. I continued texting her after the strange incident, but received no reply until well into the next morning, via the police at my door. Her husband found her at the foot of the stairs near 2 a.m., having been woken up by the large clatter of a body falling. Just like the funeral goers, the officers had been hoping that I could shed some light on the mystery. Sabrina had been convinced that she was outside my house, but the fact that I lived 20 minutes away by car proved otherwise. Her prints were also nowhere to be found on the front or back doors, and the only vase in my house was definitely unshattered. In the end, they labeled the death accidental, and concluded that Sabrina had been sleepwalking, as well as sleep texting. Unsatisfying an answer as it was, it was what people accepted. A month later, it was what I was on my way to believing too, until 12 hours ago. 12 hours ago, I woke up to the sound of someone banging a fist on my door. My first thought was to ignore it. I had a killer cold and was not in the mood to be awake for my misery. I didn't care if it was a neighbor coming to tell me if my house was on fire. I'd wait until the smoke detectors were blaring before I moved an inch from my bed. I sat up fully at the sound of broken glass. My body screamed intruder, shivering in all the sudden silence afterward. My hand reached for the bat I kept beside my bed. I had always been too lazy to apply for a gun permit and to go through the subsequent firearm training, and now I almost hated myself for it. Sneaking down the stairs, my heart pounded in my ears. I breathed through my mouth, cursing my immune system for giving me such a huge disadvantage. Through half-clogged ears, I listened for any other noises. My breathing hitched as I caught rapid-fire tapping, accompanied by a soft female voice cursing. I stopped just as I came into the view of the living room. There was a silhouette there, a shadow whose face was illuminated by the light of an iPhone. My voice came out as a croak, sounding foreign to my own ears. Sabrina? Impossibly, she responded. I watched her smile and heard her shout my name. She came at me in a run, holding her arms out to embrace me, bat and all. As I blinked, she disappeared. I stood at the bottom of the stairs for a long time, waiting for something to happen. In the end, I got nothing. I shut the half-open back door against the freak 30-degree night, then swept up the shattered vase that lay on the kitchen floor. I turned on every light in the house and switched on the TV. I waited until dawn to go to a restaurant, where I sat for half the day, mulling over the last few minutes of Sabrina Carrington's existence. At some point before 1:48 in the morning, Sabrina was awake and walking around the second floor of her home. Somehow she ended up outside my door, just for the briefest of moments. There wasn't any scientific explanation for a 5-minute portal into the future, or any type of logical reason why something that fantastical would happen to Sabrina Carrington from Biology 102. There wasn't any sense behind her finding a theoretical door to my home, of all the people in her life. It's with a bitter taste in my mouth that I think Sabrina stumbled upon the future accidentally, and had the unfortunate chance to trip on her way out. If you liked the video, please press the like and subscribe button. If you have any suggestions for future videos, leave a comment below. I read all of my comments. Thanks for watching, and have a safe night.